Good morning. It's 11:05 a.m. Do you know where your home equity is? Welcome to the Velocity of Money. Here now to answer your questions about real estate, capital, equity, funding, and finance, your host of the Velocity of Money, Michael J. Barnes.
Welcome back to the Velocity of Money. You're listening to KFNX 1100, Arizona's news talk leader. My name is Michael J. Barnes. I'm with Velocity Financial, and we are here every week talking about all matters financial regarding real estate as well as just finances. Brett Fallon is back on the air with us again, along with Mike Patinella, who's a certified public accountant for the last 20 years, an amazing brain. We're glad that he's back on. But before we go back to them, folks, I need just a few seconds here. I need to give a shout out to the City of Glendale Fire Department and Police Department. Tom and Karen Barnes in downtown Glendale had a devastating loss yesterday. Their home caught on fire. And I could not believe how well the City of Glendale, the Fire Department, and the Police Department handled the situation. If I tell you, I could never wish a fire on anyone, but if I were going to have one, I would sure want to make sure that I was with a professional group of people like that. Thank you very much for taking care of our family, and our hearts go out to you, Tom and Karen, and we wish you the best and a speedy recovery from your loss. So, Mike, we were talking before the break about loan modifications. My point going off the air was people think they're going to get this huge amount of money waived on the loan that they have. Realistically, what most loan modifications are going to look like is extended term, significantly lower interest rate, generally a fixed interest rate for the entire time. But in some cases, they will do some principal reductions, and there are some exclusions to people having to pay tax on that. Is that correct?
Yes, there is. Before I get into that, just keep in mind, as with taxes normally, not one rule applies to everybody. So we're going to talk general,
Okay.
But everybody's going to have their own specific situation that they're going to have to really check with somebody and make sure they're doing the right thing.
Okay.
But yeah, in 2007, in a response to the economic situation, they passed a Mortgage Forgiveness Debt Relief Act,
Okay.
which essentially allows people to not pay tax on $2 million of debt forgiven on their principal residence.
Okay, and that's in regard to, like, in what we were talking about, the principal reduction, loan modification, or...
Right, so in your example, if it's $50,000 worth of the loan being reduced, if your situation fits under this new law, we might be able to get you to avoid the tax on that.
Once again, another reason that you would want to go to a professional CPA like yourself for that help. Not something that the average person is going to be able to figure out on their own, I would imagine.
Yeah, you've got to keep up on the tax law, and you know that's almost a full-time job.
Hey, how many pages is that tax code now? Brett, is last number I heard you was 9,000 pages? Is that right? Or?
I don't know the exact number of pages. It's in the several thousand though. And as Mike knows quite well, I'm aware of this also. The tax code has been morphing and changing more dramatically than I've ever seen in my entire career here recently. Going back to the Tax Act of 2003 through the present, there have literally been hundreds of changes. So for the average person that's listening to the broadcast that's considering a loan modification, try to take care of a portfolio and do their taxes all at the same time, wow, good luck to you.
So exclusions to the income. Can we talk about a few of those different ones?
Sure. The bankruptcy is one exclusion.
Okay.
If you're filing bankruptcy. The other one is if the taxpayer's insolvent, which essentially means if their liabilities exceed their assets.
Okay.
And when you factor in assets, you're factoring in your retirement accounts and all that. So it's not that easy to fall under that one.
The
Insolvency.
insolvency. Oh,
Yes.
so the value of my 401k goes into on the other side of the balance sheet.
Right.
Oh, okay. Good to
Right.
know. Good to know.
And so for the most part, if you don't fall into one of those two, you're going to try to rely on this new law that allows you to exclude some of the debt forgiven.
How long is, that was passed, was it August of '07? I'm sorry, I don't remember. It was the end of '07. The debt, it's called the Mortgage Forgiveness Debt Relief Act of 2007, and it only applies to qualified principal residences.
Absolutely.
And is that an ongoing, is there a cap on the time?
Well, originally it was set to expire at the end of '09.
Okay.
Then in 2008, since the economy kept getting worse, they extended that another 3 years.
Okay.
So it's through 2012.
Okay. Well, we hope that we're all through all of this mess well before that should ever be, an issue. Hopefully, we won't have to need this any longer after 2009. Actually, I want it gone now, but.